Chopper's style, it's just so explosive sometimes, and the flashes have been pristine for Spirit, and so I'd have to favor them.
Well, they're starting on the T side. Could be a bit rough at times unless you get off to a good roll and you can shut down that CT economy. Shalfey in the middle, trying to see if he could spot anyone out. Oh!
Yeah.
That's comedy for you.
That's disgusting.
They even had the timing.
Ooh, okay, Resalt, couple kills back there. But it brings us to a 3-on-3 situation. There's nobody from forZe in the A bomb site at present, but Team Spirit, they're still doing their due diligence as they approach. Don't want to get caught off guard with a cheeky angle here or there, but they will get this bomb planted, and it looks like we're going to find ourselves in a post-plant.
Was trying to get a little bit of distance with the Glock. That P2 is still in play, but it doesn't matter. What a retake. Oh, it's so quick. There's not even any build-up for it. They just got all the headshots. I guess that's the easiest way to do it, really.
Usually there's at least one labored fight in a pistol retake, but forZe, they just want to cut to the chase there. 1-0 start for them, but Spirit with the frags that they found and the bomb plant, they should be able to find some kind of purchase into the upcoming round. Yeah, that was just blink and you miss it type of moment.
Pop, pop, pop. Just hold the headshots. That's pretty sick. All right. forZe with a good start. There's so much weird talent in these CS teams that it does feel really, really strong at times. Even some of their, even their weaker members are the ones you don't know so much about. They're still always like a threat, it feels like.
It does feel like there's a lot of firepower in the server.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be one of those fast plays that Chopper's so known for, and Chopper himself opening things up towards the middle. He was supposed to be on a lurk, actually, but that is going to help his team out. 4 versus 4. Bomb is being planted, and oh no, forZe don't have a kit, so that could actually work to their detriment, but Zorte already finding a kill through the smoke.
And they were basically playing off the A bomb side to begin with on the CT side, which is super common on this map because you're more worried about any kind of a B rush coming up. A little bit of an early fight. Siren's going to get the 1 kill, but he gets returned pretty quickly. 2-on-3, and that looked like there could have been an opening, but again, the retake is almost instant for forZe, so that's fine. They're in a good position.
Yeah, watching this game, or watching Spirit's match yesterday versus Astralis, they were also very comfortable playing off the A side. It does seem to be something that a lot of teams have recognized is a fair play, even without a kit. There's only so many angles that the Ts can occupy, and so dispatching them is not too tall of a task. So forZe, pretty clean 2-0, but Spirit, they want to keep up the force wars here. They want to try to break that economy. Can't really fault them for it.
Yeah, it makes sense. You get the bomb plant, you're going to get obviously the $800 bonus, and you've done a fair bit of damage. Yeah, you might as well. I don't really blame them. Different look this time, at least early on. Still going to be Patsy just charging the middle. This is so wild and caught jumping. Shalfey will take him down. So 4-on-5 pretty quickly off. And they are going to kind of evacuate the middle on the CT side. So I guess they don't really know what's happening in there, but they might have a really good idea of it now. They know that someone's going to be boosting that player up, so that's 2 out of 4 players accounted for almost instantly.
Yeah, just great job from forZe to keep the number advantage, going 1-for-1 there. And this is an excellent smoke timing. Good block play from Zorte. And Team Spirit, they're trying to find something here. They're deploying some utility, but without it having any cave pressure, this is so difficult. But Chopper, he just pushed right through. Zorte reading that play outright. And now Magic's and Wonderful. This is a very, very tough entry into the site. And Zorte, he seems to have every single idea as to where they are. Yep, they are just like fish in a barrel. And that is a very clean victory for forZe.
Wow. And that also kind of means they win the force buy wars, which is obviously huge. It means their own economy is going to be the really perfect spot right now. And Spirit will just have to chill a little bit finally. Been slowed down early on the T side. Chopper and walking through smoke stuff, I feel like that's such a classic.
Oh yeah, that's something since the Vega Squadron days.
Yeah.
Just the frustration that so many players have dealt with at the hands of what's seemingly a bad play coming out from Chopper. But, you know, he just has a knack for it. Adding a little randomness to the game, sometimes it's necessary on T-sides.
It is, and you know, if you've got that whatever feeling it is that you've got that makes you hit the timing right, it could be absolutely devastating. But he did get caught that last round, so I guess it's all good. Jerry waiting around, underhanding that smoke immediately upon seeing just a pixel. Pansy's looking for a deagle shot in the middle, but there's no reason for forZe really to do anything here. They can just chill out and let Spirit run the clock down. They don't have to do much of anything, although maybe with the MP9, they want to be a bit adventurous. They line up for him. That's nice.
Yeah, pretty clean stuff, all things considered, for Spirit, or for forZe, that is. And they might be able to keep this with 5 people alive. Yep, 4-0. All right, this is a great start for forZe, but Spirit will finally, after 4 previous rounds of play, be able to equip full utility, full weaponry, taking no concessions into round number 5. On the other hand, though, Zorte upgraded to the AWP, so that's something that Spirit are going to have to deal with here. But this is going to be the first real gun round of Counter-Strike that we've witnessed on this 3rd map.
Yeah, not really going back to that aggressive A play just yet. Wonder if Spirit will try that one more time, because they did find an empty bomb side at the beginning, so that's something that you're probably going to be writing down in the back of your mind if you're on the T side, saying, all right, maybe we could get there pretty early on if you rush it one more time, but I don't mind them slowing it down. They've got mid control. No one from the CT side has really shown up. Sorte, though, is right here with the AWP, so great position for a lot of noise being made on the other side, trying to get the jump on over, but he's completely undistracted by any of it, and with the follow-up, it's so good. They get 3 kills almost at the same time.
That was wonderful from forZe. They had a pinch coming out from shalfey as he pushed out a donut simultaneously. He was able to find that player jumping up the ledge, and all in all, just great timing. It was a little bit fortunate from forZe as they went for that push. It was exactly when Spirit wanted to enter the cave, but timing working out in their favor, whether that's prep or just good feeling, it's going to leave Spirit in a dire situation for the remainder of this round. Really expecting a save to be called here. We see that Wonderful's already in the spawn, and this is a bit of a worrying sight for Spirit so far. Down 5-0 in the hole on a map that many are considering to be fairly T-sided now, or at least much more even than the early iterations of the map.
Man, I mean, even worse, right? The economy for the CTs is going to be off the charts now.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what could you change here. I feel like there are some of the worst T-sides I've seen on this map usually happen when that forward cave, the Jaguar cave position, becomes too strong for the CTs. And if you can't beat that reliably, or if you can't at least push it back, it just feels like you're in so much trouble. You need to be able to find a way to push this back.
We've seen a little bit of a contest early on in this game where Spirit have been using the spawns to fight mid early on. We saw some flashes, but this is another position that you should be able to take away from the CTs. If you throw that early Molotov on the corner, bank it in at least, you don't have to clear too much anymore. And I'll say this, I mean, when they played Astralis yesterday, Stunna in the veto section in the discussion, we were talking about, okay, wait a second, Spirit actually picked CT side on Ancient, and we've been noticing throughout Pro League so far, a lot of teams have been opting to start on the T side, and the very small read there is that maybe Spirit isn't caught up to date on just how strong these T sides can really be. I think we're starting to see that, because yesterday versus Astralis never really had to worry about it because their defense was just so indomitable.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to know with a result like that. You know, is it how much do you credit one team and how much do you say, well, maybe Astralis just didn't really show up the way that you would have wanted to? I feel the same way about Liquid and Rare Atom. Obviously, it was a super impressive win, but kind of hard to know how much you laid that at the feet of Liquid, maybe also just not at all playing their own game, which is unfortunate, but gotta wonder how much that plays into the next Liquid game. I don't really know. Krad is going to be in an interesting position. He's got a lot ahead of him. Oh, teammate shows up for all of a second. That's obviously the timing they were waiting for, but he's been quiet this whole time. There was a chance there maybe, but the coordination there between Krad and Jerry, maybe not 100%.
No, this was just a great explosive play from Spirit. They didn't really overthink it, then try to go back to the drawing board and think about what are we doing wrong towards middle, towards cave. They just went for that full-on B exec, and it worked out in their favor. So they get their first round on the board, and there might be a little bit more pressure here. We'll see if Zorte is able to hold on to this, but with Spirit's positions, it doesn't seem too likely that there will be a contest.
That kind of has been a feature of this map for a while, too. You know, it seems almost a little bit stupid, but just showing up on the B ramp and just walking up there. One good smoke, maybe a couple of smokes, and you can actually get quite deep onto the bomb site. So it doesn't always have to be so complicated. I guess that's good news. So a lot of the other rounds they had involved first gaining the mid control, then fighting for Jaguar, and then ultimately when they lose those fights in middle and Jaguar, they just don't really do anything. So yeah, this is a little bit more one-dimensional, but maybe in a good way.
Yeah, and it's not that it's bad to just consolidate your players, your units, and then just go for a more straightforward hit. We'll see, though, if that's all Spirit are able to accomplish in this half. You'd like to see something that's a little bit more well-rounded in terms of the approach. And I think we're getting it here. Early smokes towards middle. Would expect those players in spawn to be throwing these flashes to support this early aggression from Patsy, and there it is. But somehow, Jerry's able to survive in the cubbies. There's a lot of pressure on Patsy now. So much utility flying around him, and he decides to bail. 1 for 1, and this is not necessarily bad for Spirit, although forZe are holding on to this middle space.
Yeah, but they're not holding onto the B-bomb side at all. They've given up, so they really, really thought that was going to be an all-out battle in the middle. They pulled everyone in there, and now instead they've lost the bomb side. You could tell they're not ready. Jerry's showing up. He just wanted to take a peek, but I don't think he was expecting for somebody to be holding that line. And Patsy's now back towards T-spawn, so if Crad wants to walk his way through, he's probably going to be dead as well. It's a very hard position to clear right here. So he's thinking about it. He's got the right idea, but still not quite quick enough. I can't believe, for all the people that showed him in the middle, that just was a one-on-one in the middle, like a one-for-one trade. It seemed like there should have been way more casualties on both sides.
It really is kind of a testament to how far Counter-Strike has progressed, because I'd say if Ancient released 5 years ago, you would have seen more people die.
Yeah.
But self-preservation is the name of the game for so many of these modern players now that they are just going to deploy the counter utility, the smoke at Jerry's feet, instead of just going for the dry wide swing, recognizing that every life matters so much in a competitive game nowadays. It's kind of distant from what we saw with, say, OG Nip last week, where everybody just wanted to die in 5 seconds.
Yeah, I've been trying to forget some of those games.
Almost feel like that's a niche reference.
It is. You had to tune in last week, but it was ugly. Yeah. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm glad we've moved on.
Yeah, this group seems much more competitive. It's been pretty entertaining so far. Let's hope day 2 keeps delivering that.
5-2, and yeah, I think for Spirit, it's good to see them wake up. They obviously had a plan early on to go super aggressive, and when that fails and you just lose the first 5 rounds, that could be kind of disheartening, but they seem to be fine. They seem to be still kind of following the plan. We'll see if they can find something. A little bit of a conversation happening. All right, we're right back into it. Good times.
Yeah, I really wonder what Spirit are going to be going for. I feel like Chopper has made the necessary adaptations and adjustments to his team's T side to start finding some success. But he's got to keep it going if they want to break the money of forZe, because forZe amassed so much cash. They've had so many buys consecutively now. And look at this. It looks like it's just going to be a pretty quick B play here. Molly at the feet of these players. Shalfey's going for the wall span, but Crad is left alone in this site. But he has the angle, but only good for 1. Patsy with the 180 spin around, but the trades are looking good for Spirit. They have found space on this bomb site.
Yeah, but they could definitely retake it as well. They have kits in play, and that Result coming in with a kill onto Wonderful before they even really get started. And he's ready for more. Spins around to get that one. Very reminiscent of what we were seeing on the A-side retakes. Just clean headshots to set them up. And Spirit not in a position to really buy anywhere near enough time to make that round interesting after the fact.
Yeah, it's tough when you're just stuck on the site like that. And Wonderful maybe a little bit overlooking that angle towards the long side. But Spirit not able to find the same success with the full-out B play early on. A little bit concerning, because you'd like to see a little bit more in terms of default, in terms of overall map control, to find anything else in this half. But forZe, they're looking confident. They're standing pretty tall right now, up 6-2.
Yeah, and they still have a nice amount of money to rely on. So I would be confident too. Molotov, Patsy getting caught. There's so many flashbangs in the air. I don't even know how Result is able to track that kill, but he did. They're going to try and put some pressure on, but remember, this bomb site could definitely be retaken. forZe have already shown many times that they're able to. It might even be necessary. Result showing up and taking down Siren. 5 versus 3 to start this one off with. They're still pretty active. Result still looking for it. I would say there are definitely circumstances under which you could say that might be a mistake to keep on looking for more fights, because that's usually how you invite the other team back into the round. But you know what? They're getting all the headshots. He's having a sick round. It's all good.
Yeah, Jerry said yesterday in the post-game with Hawka and Bardolph that Resalt's mechanics, that one day he's going to be one of the greatest players. And, you know, that claim is pretty bold. And I was taken aback by it. But this map in particular, we've seen some excellent first bullet accuracy from Resalt. And so maybe there is some truth behind it. But still, more round to be played here. Magic's trying to find something here at the cave. He's just seemingly waiting for Wonderful to get a little bit closer first. That Molly not going to necessarily help Magic's in this initial engagement, but looking for perhaps a one-way kill behind it. And that's good damage, but Wonderful, what a shot on Azorte. And he spots the barrel, actually, of Jerry. They are breaking this site open all of a sudden. 15 seconds left. They have to get this bomb punched in, and it looks like they are all over him already. Not much he can do at that point. And so a 7th round for forZe.
Result with 4 kills. A little bit too late to get the ace, but still a pretty impressive round, even if it got a bit scary at the end. Just to circle back to that claim about him becoming one of the top sort of mechanical players, I feel like that's an interest. It's a claim that has an out because, you know, you could say, well, I didn't say he was going to become the best player, because the problem with being a really good mechanical player is, yeah, but if you don't have the mentality in high-pressure situations, or if you make bad decisions, your mechanics won't really... So you could be like an incredibly good mechanical player, but ultimately have a much lower impact than that sentence suggests. So I'm curious about that side. That's what I'm really in. It looks good for now, right? But if you put him in a semifinal on a stage in front of a huge crowd, then could he still do it? That's going to be super important.
Yeah, and finding consistency is much more than just having decent mechanics. Like, so far in this series, Resalt has had one very nice round on Anubis, but some other ones where that felt a little bit lackluster. So if he's able to have a coming out here on Ancient, then, you know, I think Jerry's going to start believing in the claim that he's actually manifesting Resalt's future.
Nice. That's what they need to do. Oh, look at that. See, it's so impressive. It actually looked... I mean, shalfey was ready. He banked that flashbang off to try and come back for the kill. So they're having an interesting dance in the middle. Round for round, they're setting it up. But that was, yeah, conflict levels of aggression in the middle.
Yeah, Patsy's barely been trying, but he's not been too successful. But finally, Team Spirit are allotted some space in the middle of the map. Resalt, okay, he wants to just test his mechanics. He is looking just so good on this map. It feels like it's all headshots right now, able to find the equalizer.
It's going to be particularly annoying if you're Patsy and you're actually waiting for that peak the whole time. That's the only reason you're there, is just kind of sitting around saying, all right, eventually he is going to be a little bit too curious. He's ready for more. Oh, somehow ducked under it. That looked a bit weird. Chopper able to get the kill anyway. And now they're going to bring the bomb back. The crowd is realizing he's hot on their tail.
That's an excellent reaction from Crad.
They're leaving little breadcrumbs on the floor, and he's following.
Oh, he's even running too. Might get heard, though. Oh, wow. I think he just started walking before Magix could hear him. This is going to be excellent timing. This is still very possible for forZe, especially if Jerry's able to find this kill.
Did he see it? I think he could have seen the gun barrel, but
oh, maybe.
I don't think he realized.
No, okay, I don't know if Zorte's aware of this position from Chopper. Yeah, they don't seem to know. But Crad, still, he had such great timing that this should be a freebie for him, but he wants more. The trigger discipline's there, but there's no targets that are presented. This is so tough, and right then, Wonderful recognizes the timing, but the 3-on-3 retake is on.
Smoke looks like it bounced in the wrong direction, but I think we're back on track. And the spray comes in. Chopper, they never realized. That was a really hard round to guess. If you just took an overview and sort of said, okay, guess from here on out, like it's still a shot, who's going to be winning this round? That's going to be so hard to figure out.
Yeah, the flank was good. It felt like the pinch was possible, but Chopper, he one-upped Crad on his own flank. Good opening from him there to get into that site. And yeah, it seemed like he maybe could have seen it, Jerry, but I mean, it's just such a small little detail on his screen that it wasn't completely obvious. Especially on a map like Ancient, visibility is just not the best all the time. But timeout taken from Spirit, trying to make sure that they keep the pressure on and find a way back into this half. It was looking pretty abysmal or dismal, that is, at the beginning. But at this point, things are getting pretty competitive.
7-3. Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, there is at least enough of an opening that Spirit are in the conversation once again. Result with 12-4. It's super hard to deal with right now, obviously. So they either need to try and find a way to shut him down or avoid him, or they need somebody to step it up and match his energy at the moment, because they're currently not. Shalfey this time, instead of Result, playing the donut, so a little bit of a mix-up there in the positions. Result coming back to the A-bomb site from leaving the middle, so he's there if he wants to fight.
And they're putting a lot of pressure on him. Siren and Wonderful looking for that clean entry, jiggling into the site. Magix has the smoke deployed. There's one at the back of the site right now. Resalt's trying to find his own counter utility, but oh, he's actually playing in front of the smoke. This is so risky, but he's going 1-for-1 in that. Krad, though, right there, takes a lot of damage from that molly early on, and the spam works out. Jerry, I think that's from deep CT,
yep.
And he's able to find the kill. That's huge, because now it delays the plant, and Jerry's able to find even more position with his own frag, but Magix takes him out from the temple. This is getting really stringy at present time.
Especially because now there's no bomb plant, so you could argue it's probably good right now for forZe to just call a bit of a freeze and wait and see what Spirit do behind this. And Spirit are doing the same thing. They're saying, right, if you're going to keep pushing, if there's anyone who's going to lose their mind in this round, then we're going to be ready for it. Locked in behind that is Krad. He's got to be real careful. That's a smoke, luckily for him. Wonderful does have a Molotov, so oh, he's going to just peek out at the right time. It couldn't have been better. A little bit of trouble for them now. 2 versus 3, but Magic's coming back into it. Look at the kill on at least one of them there. Krad is still alive. He's slowly being tagged. It's the USB headshot. I don't know why, but forZe is able to pick it up. Chopper's now on his own, and he gets quick scope by forZe. Very well done. Oh, man, some excitement behind that round.
forZe just kept so much pressure on Spirit as they were trying to get that bomb placed, and it never even happened. Good stuff. Even though they lost their initial defenders, they just kept making sure that things were uncomfortable for Spirit. They never had any time to breathe. Felt like they were just slowly getting strangled as they were just trying to desperately put that bomb down.
Yeah, it's crazy that it was Jerry who stopped the bomb, because you're right, he was all the way back in CT spawn. Wasn't any of the 2 players that were close to the site. Patsy's in the middle again, doing work. I still feel like this is pretty impressive. It's what a luxury to have. There are some teams that have that. They have like 1 player they can send into the middle on this map and just do work.
1-for-1. This is looking pretty good for Spirit, all things considered. But forZe, they have a way to make things pretty difficult on you. And Krad, yeah, he wants to keep that pressure on. Wow, jumping right onto the side box. Bomb is planted, but he's able to go 1-for-1. And they just keep the pressure up. Jerry now jumps on top of that sight box, and he's looking to connect with his teammate Zorte, but what a blinder of a shot from Jerry. Leaves Magix in the 1 versus 2. Recognizes the possibility from Temple, and Zorte takes him down. A 9th round on the board from forZe, and they are just relentless. If you find yourself on that A site, you even have some smokes down, they don't care. They disrespect it, and they are able to find a way back in.
The aggressive yelling really makes it a lot better. I think adds like a nice flavor to this game at the moment. What a round to convert on. Losing the middle, then trading 1-for-1, getting into the A-bomb site. You'd think Spirit, that's about one of the best positions they could have been in, and it's still not enough. 9-3.
Wow, that's tough for Spirit. It almost feels like you just don't want to end A anymore, because you're never going to be advantaged, even if the numbers say so.
I actually think that's almost like a mental trap you could get into on some maps on the T side, because the fact that you keep getting the bomb down is like evidence that you should keep doing it. It happens on A side Mirage as well. You can you can get the bomb down, but you just can't hold the bomb side after that. So, but you still keep thinking back and saying, well, you almost did it. It was close, you know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's one of those decisions IGLs when they're faced with. Sometimes you just want to avoid it for the mental reasons, but in terms of just kind of looking at it objectively, it's hard to say we're doing anything too badly here.
Sure.
Just got to clean up the post plants, got to make sure that we don't let any easy kills go their way. But Patsy, once again, finding space. He's really opened this middle up in the latter stages of this first half. And this time, he's looking for some sort of contest, but Zorte holding the angle. And forZe have been pretty tricky with who they're sending out on these fights, and now they're putting a lot of pressure on Chopper. I do not think he's long for this world. 3 versus 5 now, and Team Spirit, their hand is forced.
Chopper got pinched by 4 people, essentially, in the middle, so... But they have time to get back to the bomb site. Jerry's here, shalfey's here, and it's all looking good. Siren, they actually tried to knife him. Oh, surely they could have stabbed him if they really wanted to. Crad is going to take mercy on him, though. And now we've gone from aggressive yelling to just laughing. It's an evolving adventure that we're on here. 10-3.
We can tell which team has the momentum, though.
Yeah.
forZe are feeling so good about this. That pinch in the middle, it's such a risky play, but if you catch that timing when the T's are trying to make their way into Donut or just up top mid, it's so effective. And now, really, it feels like forZe have a great chance to just run away with this half. Already convincing, but can become dominant.
All right, Chopper's getting all the grenades. They've got all Tech 9s. Why not? But there are actually 3 people here. This might be one of the worst rounds yet to try and do this kind of a push, because there's just so many rifles on the other side. Almost any other round, it would have just been one of them at the donut. But yeah, Result is loving life for the moment. He's finally going to go down, but he did get 3 kills beforehand to boost his scoreline a little bit. Chopper and Magic's on their own now. We'll try for the bomb plant. Chopper's going to get 1 more kill. There's an interesting little wrinkle here at the end, at least. AK picked up, but they could have got the bomb plant before the retake happened. But it's kind of what you mentioned earlier with the pressure that's being applied all the time.
Yeah, just making sure that anytime Spirit are on that bomb site, forZe is recognized that's you're kind of a standing target at that point. Result,
oh my god,
looking really sharp right now.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see this even really earlier today, too much yesterday, but I'm thoroughly impressed with his performance on Ancient. Would love to see if this is something that we can expect every time we tune into a forZe matchup. And Spirit, feels like they desperately need this one. Patsy wants to make the action happen, come to him. He's slotted himself at the bottom of the steps at top mid, pressuring on forward, and looks like he's just going to wait now as the smoke fades. This is a huge contest, but Result, he's been on such a heater. If he's able to take him out, that would be a huge scalp.
Patsy's playing an interesting game. He's expecting for somebody to come by and peek at one point. I think that's a pretty good bet. Surely, eventually somebody will. Smoke up to try and sell that idea. That is so cool. From the T point of view, they're saying, no, nobody's here. We're going to smoke it off. What a great mind game.
That was so tricky. Great way to find an opener, but job's not done. We know that. Spirit, they've had man advantages before. Now Chopper, there's a player at the other side of this donut, and shalfey will get the better of him.
Yeah, the double donut position is still a little bit scary. Could obviously be grenaded off. They have 1 more smoke, so they need to be careful. Magic's almost managing to get sorted. That's close. And they're moving the bomb in on the other side. They've got so much control, but they're lacking the grenades to really make life very hard for the CTs, although shot to the chest from that AWP will certainly do it.
Right, and the rotation comes in, but Patsy, he's already locking him off. He's got a great angle, but Crad, great headshot. Now Magic's, he wants to see if he can trap these players in, and he's able to take down shalfey. That is a very strong position for Spirit to find themselves in, because now Jerry, he's just diving into Donut, hoping for the best,
oh,
and
no.
Crad, no way. No way. He's got 2.5 seconds left. He's trying to find the C-Fuse, and he might just get it 1 second, less than a second remaining, and Spirit take him down. Wonderful, managing to find that kill. 4 rounds on the board for Spirit, but they got to keep this comeback going in the second half.
popular dude, but ever since I got the offer to go with my Abba, I'm proud to say I got the juice. Battery charge. Swan so wrapped up. We are not kidding, man. Anybody wanna get it, tell them we next up. Gold medal on lock. Until then, yeah, I'ma settle on top. Still don't believe me? Just turn on your TV and tell them to watch. They play me cause my game's crazy, but I came ready with the juice. My game too cold, your game too slow. You hype trains, don't know what to do. New levels, new devils. That means it's time to grind. So what you saying? Hand to the plow. New heights to climb. If this my moment, my time to shine. This little light of mine, I'ma go so hard that I might be blind. We've been working in the off season, getting started when y'all leaving. Yo, this finna be a harsh beating. You win for a long evening. Most of y'all could get caught cheating on the real, still wouldn't call it even. If we seen them in the streets, they don't really want beef like all vegans. Lord Jesus, you don't know what you up against. Bruh, when? Man, this finna be a breeze like a gust of wind. Trash talk, I'm under skin. Pass y'all, then rub it in. Y'all better hurry. This Stephen Curry versus Shep and Birdie in above the rim. Ragdoll, y'all bad dog. Can't help, I let her win. Highlight real be something like this. Gold medal on lock. I'ma settle on top. If they still don't believe me, then turn on your TV and tell them all watch. Tell them all watch. Get about my way. It's here on lock. We run with the winners, and if you a winner, then you with the squad. Yeah. We coming to get it. You ready or not? Tell them all watch. Get about my way. It's here on lock. We run with the winners, and if you a winner, then you with the squad. Yeah. We coming to get it. You ready or not?
I'm a walking lick, having nothing on my wrist. Paparazzi taking pics, something you don't wanna miss. I'm a walking lick, private jet for the trip, private dance cause the whip, something you don't wanna miss. Diamonds dance like you got served. Think you the one, but you not the first. Crash or raked, we swang and swerve. Her head is straight while I drive in reverse. Yeah, you know what I mean. Shrimp and lobster's what I eat. 3 bands on a feed. Rabbi should cut me a check. Yeah, I need me a check cause they see all the chicken I'm getting. To flicker their wrist when I'm whipping the.
Making magic when they need it most.
It's tempting to say that the job has been done from forZe, but oh, they are still a ways away. Spirit put up a formidable defense yesterday against Astralis on this map, but forZe are no slouches either. They were able to take down Na'Vi on it, so we still have a battle afoot, Anders.
Yes, and they've landed at the meme scoreline, so you know we all have to be a little bit worried about that. 11-4 could quickly turn around. We all know. I'm sure people are spamming in the chat all the time. All right, early smoke in the middle. Just thought it actually was going to be subterfuge, but it's not. It's just a wall for them to just burst out. 3 people coming from the lane over at the B side. Now they're going to be running through their own smoke into the middle and right into Chopper's USB. That's a wonderful headshot to begin with. Does he have any more left in him? It's going to be a little bit too late for that one. And now Jerry's on the other side. This is a problem. Under a lot of pressure. Magix is going to be going down just too much to handle. And it's Siren and Patsy, 2 versus 3.
Oh, it's not looking pretty for Team Spirit here. Siren, he's got the dualies. And what? How? Okay, that is an impressive kill, but not anything else left in the tank. 12-4, forZe. They might get us out of here pretty quickly, actually.
He was full blind and just, what, using the force to... I don't understand what's going on.
Luke.
Yeah, how does that actually work?
I'd love to see that with actually how blind he really was.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand it. That's just incredible muscle memory.
Wow.
No, I don't. I think he's full blind.
I think he was. Yeah, surely. Either way, what a path. Like if you drew it on the map, running towards B, then into middle with the smoke, then back through towards CT spawn, then all wrapping around B, and then also obviously coming up from the normal B ramp. That's a pretty elaborate setup for forZe to make work, but it did work.
Yeah, and we got a little bit of a mouse issue going on right now. Should be resolved rather quickly. But Resalt, that guy right there, he's been the man of this map 17-9 scoreline.
Looks harmless, but
Yeah.
in the server.
Yeah, I don't want to see him in the server. In person, he's all fine.
Yeah.
All good. I think he wanted to give the camera a fist bump.
Denied. Possibly denied.
Is he? Was he trying to give a kiss?
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
We set it up.
Yes.
I'm always kind of impressed that there aren't more. If you think about it, you know, the 10 mice, 10 keyboards, 10 headsets, 10 in-ears, you know, underneath the noise cancelling headsets, and then you're like, you know, 10 graphics cards, CPUs. Like, there's so many things that can fail.
A lot of moving pieces.
Yeah. So the fact that it doesn't happen more and usually it's fixed pretty quickly, I think is kind of crazy. Yeah, they're readying up on the server, so hopefully that means we're all good.
Okay. Yeah, we should be good to go. This is a game that has not been looking too hot for Spirit, but this would be one for them to get back in play. Couple 5-7s, couple deagles, wonderful on that scout. And we know Spirit can do this. But man, they're just going for a pretty standard approach, sort of a 2-1-2, and shalfey, he's already got that space towards middle. This is looking promising already for forZe in terms of map control.
Yeah, the first real reply from Spirit has to be pretty convincing for this to work out. They have some HEs in this round, but none of them are really connecting with anything. It's finally one that does a little bit of chip damage. Not that it's going to make a difference here. forZe gets tagged up early on. And the deagle, and a lot of shots are coming through the smoke, but they're not really doing a lot. They're not stopping the bomb, they're not getting the kills, and now forZe is going to continue to apply the pressure. A little bit of a nice return here finally. Still a 2-1-3, and with no kits in play, they have to be pretty fast on this one. The taps were looking great for result, and now shalfey's the only one left here. 1 versus 2, a 10-second defuse. He's got some time for this one, and I think he realized, yeah, he's not biting on this one just yet. I think that means Chopper is probably out of luck. He's going to go try to start that full 10 seconds. And shalfey, surely in the next couple of seconds, there's a good headshot, but also time is up. So that's actually pretty impressive for Spirit, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, just really well played by shalfey there in the clutch. Understands that if he peeks early on in that defuse, he could just give a free kill up, but just testing it out. Chopper went for the fake. And yeah, this was looking pretty promising for Spirit in some regards. But just too many bodies on that side for forZe. Oh, that was also a very important kill for shalfey to find.
But they give it over an AK at least. Chopper made his way up with that, so something to think about.
Something also to think about is the fact that this is for a playoff spot here at ESL Pro League. It'll guarantee you top 2 in the group. And that is, I think when people looked at these teams,
I know.
I myself had Spirit making it to playoffs when we did the prediction segment with Harry and Hugo. We thought they were probably the 3rd best team in the group. And with the crazy amount of upsets we had on day 1 of this one, it felt like Spirit were just destined to make it. But forZe are really proving to be a very formidable opponent, and in some ways just kind of the shocker so far of this group.
Yeah, I mean, everything on day 1 was just already up in the air, right? It was crazy from the start, so why not? Why not keep adding some more madness to it? forZe, yeah, at least finishing top 2, that'd be something. 13-4, they're 3 rounds away from doing that, and Spirit just don't have the cash to continue the fight right now. So except for the 1 AK on Chopper, it's probably going to be a rough time.
We talk a lot about Eastern European talent, how many oppers it seems like they have, how many just formidable riflers they have, but I also want to say that their IGL depth is there. I mean, Chopper and Jerry have been mainstays, qualifying and getting pretty deep in some pretty big tournaments, and with Chopper losing that AK right there, pretty long shot for Team Spirit to make it through this one successfully. forZe, yeah, just the P250, but I really think that it goes well beyond just individual talent in this region. It's comprehensive.
It really is. Yeah, a lot of production of new talent coming out, and we talked about a little bit about this in the green room. But it's not just necessarily the mechanical skill; it's also, I think, like the mental side of it seems so impressive. Some of these teams are so hard to break. And that includes, you know, it's one thing to play that way if you're a veteran of the game and you've been playing for 5 years, something like that, but kind of impressive to see with someone who's almost never played at a top level, and you still feel like, yeah, they're mentally in the game all the way to the end.
Yeah, it would in some ways be the least surprising thing for me if Spirit got to double digits in this game.
Yeah, they just ran it back. They could. They definitely could.
Yeah, but I'm sure that forZe are going to try to prevent that here, keep their foot on the throats of Spirit, and they're setting themselves up for an early mid fight. It's just Patsy at the top of mid right now, and Krad looks like he really wants to pressure through that smoke. I don't know if they have a flash set up for him, but he's in some ways one-weighing it, and yeah, that's a miss one. I think that was supposed to be for the donut, but Siren takes the fight right into A main. A bit of a risky play, but it works out for him. And at the same time, Magix and Chopper, they're taking away lane from forZe, and so forZe's options, they're quickly shrinking.
Losing shalfey early on. Oh, Jerry and Krad, though, they're not meeting any resistance in the middle. This actually could still be a very good round. If they can win the fight against Patsy up close, then Siren is alone at the bomb site, and the backup is going to be quite far away. I think it's all going to be down to Patsy at the moment, and a nice crouch through. Look at the opening that they've just made. Just like that, from a 5-on-4 into a 3-on-4, favoring forZe instead. And now Magix and Chopper are going to try and see if they can reclaim the donut here. Not necessarily going to be easy. Gun barrels showing they line up for what looked like a near double kill. Probably was. I'm going to count it like one. Wonderful in a 1 versus 3. And I don't know why he's still here with the orb either.
No, gotta consider saving this for the next one. Zorte's wanting to hunt him down. Good movement right there to make that shot really difficult for Wonderful. They're just playing with him at this point. Recognizes that they are looking to hunt him down. And yeah, it's time to bail at this point. But Resalt, he's here to clean him up. That's a free one for him. Yep. No challenge at all. And so forZe put themselves onto 15 rounds. Excellent stuff here in the mid-round and on this conversion, making sure that they're able to clear out every single angle so adequately, and then the instant setup into this donut post plant was just excellent.
Well done round. You could kind of, I think, if Patsy wins even one fight there, then the mid portion of the push where Chopper and Magix are trying to get back into it it's better timed. They might get there before the bomb goes down. Everything is just going to be a little bit more interesting. Okay, Jerry has slightly panicked. Slight moment of panic when the flash comes in. Empties the entire magazine through the smoke. But in the end, they will get at least one in the return. But Siren's there to pick up shalfey, so Spirit at the brink of getting pushed over the ledge here. At least they're putting up a bit of a fight in this round.
And forZe, no information right now. They are flying blind, making their way back over to the B side of the map, where Chopper and Magix will be there to contest. And the only thing going forZe's way is the fact that they have the superior weapons. It's just a couple MP9s on this side of the map, and this is going to be, oh no, that's pretty scary right now for Chopper. He has to deploy that smoke instantly. They're considering charging on through, but recognize that would play right into his hands.
Yeah. Don't want to throw it away. They still have 45 seconds, so it's not like the smoke means they're running out of time necessarily, but it will give some opportunity maybe for Spirit to reposition themselves. You can see Wonderful is now much closer in the middle, and he could maybe get there to try and stab them in the back. It's Siren and Chopper on the other side. Oh, and the timing is awful. Siren definitely could have been in a better position there. Chopper's picked up an M4 in the meantime, and that Molotov not doing anything for them.
But this flank from Wonderful really gives Spirit a chance in this. This is a one fight, though, for Resalt, and Zorte deletes Chopper, and that's going to do it. forZe qualify for the playoffs in just a split second. I'm not going to read that one out loud, but Zorte making a bit of a statement right there. That is an excellent win from forZe. What a dark horse performance from them.
Yeah, let's hear the war cry, because something they've been doing very well.